go. Welcome, class. I have started the recording, and would like to welcome you to the practical applications of the Community of Inquiry Framework by Austin H. So what we're going to do today, you're going to actively engage in discussions, assessments, and a case study to apply these concepts. So feel free to use the chat and the Slido polls when it is time. Let's quickly go over the learning objectives. We will identify practical strategies for implementing the COI framework in digital learning environments. We will analyze how social, teaching, and cognitive presence can be applied effectively. Then we will apply COI strategies to a real world case study through collaborative problem solving. And lastly, we'll utilize interactive tools to demonstrate mastery of that concept. Introduction. So, our big idea is let's explore practical applications of COI, our triggering phase. Online learning. What makes online learning engaging for you? So, I want you to think about an online learning experience you've had, either as a student or an instructor. What made it engaging, or on the flip side, what made it disengaging? Type your thoughts in the chat. We're thinking about an online learning experience we've had and whether it was engaging or not, but what made it those reasons, engaging or disengaging. All right, I see Juanita in the chat. The energy and knowledge of the presenter. Yes, I would agree with that. Leah has examples, many examples. Yes, that definitely worked. Thank you for using the chat. So let's get into the community of inquiry in action. We are applying COI for meaningful learning. So the community of inquiry framework isn't just theoretical. It provides a structured approach to designing engaging online learning experiences. So let's explore specific ways to implement each presence in practice. Social presence in practice. We foster connection and interaction in learning. So, social presence is essential for engagement. It ensures that students feel seen, heard, and connected. Strategies include structured discussions, peer collaboration, and video check-ins. So let's reflect. Let's reflect on some of our experiences that we've had. And this time, I want you to use your raising your hand tool. Okay, Juanita, and then Leah.
Hi. Okay. Just to make sure I heard your question correctly, you're asking us about what made our experience have better socially.
Yes.
Okay. Definitely the experience of being able to have a tiered approach in an online space, a space not only to learn and gain knowledge, but a space to have a learning community amongst peers to discuss it more.
What are some things like you put into practice, like socially, um, like maybe an icebreaker? Like, do you have a favorite icebreaker?
Ooh, yeah, love a good icebreaker. Um, I think it's always nice when there's a collective cultural event that people are wanting to buzz about. So kind of asking about that, hey, did anybody catch that Super Bowl performance? Who were
Mm-hmm.
you rooting for? What team? Kind of gets the adrenaline going for folks.
I got you. Thank you for sharing. Leah, did you want to add? Okay. All right. And let's move on to teaching presence and practice. We design and guide the learning experience. So, teaching presence provides the structure and support needed for successful learning. This includes setting clear objectives, offering timely feedback, and guiding discussions. So, let's see, let's go into our next one, cognitive presence and practice. We encourage deep thinking and reflection. Cognitive presence drives deeper learning through critical thinking, reflection, and problem solving. Without it, learning remains surface level. So let test our understanding with a quick poll. And it's going to be a Slido poll here. All right. Can answer. It says which element of COI is most challenging to implement in practice? Hmm. All right. Got the social presence and a mix of all three. And I mean, we could um, argue this down. I would like to say cognitive presence is the most challenging because it requires students to engage in deep thinking. I would love to hear from anyone that said something different. Or if you agreed with it being a mix of all three, you can give me a thumbs up reaction. All right. Cool. We got it. Now, let's go into the exploration phase. And this is our case study introduction. So, we're going to apply the COI to course design. We're going to let's take what we've learned and apply it to a real world scenario. And we're going to have one breakout room for the discussion. Here are the case study details. An online college course struggles with low student participation, minimal discussion, and shallow responses. Students are disengaged and the instructor is rarely present in discussions. Your task is to identify the COI elements that need improvement and suggest practical strategies to fix this. So we want to think about the social presence, the teaching presence, and the cognitive presence. You'll have 3 minutes to discuss and come up with some solutions, and then we'll come back and share. So let me get the breakout rooms going. All right. Great. We made it back. And now I would love to hear um, some of the strategy solutions you came up with.
Yeah, for sure. So we thought we would start with social to
Mhm.
kind of get that social presence and get some more engagement by starting off with the icebreaker, similarly to what I said about a cultural event, and also getting the teacher's input so that the teacher can increase their teacher presence. Um, and so after you have that engagement, that hook with the social presence, you've increased the teacher presence. We talked about how that will in turn help better uh, implement the cognitive presence and create a community of inquiry where they are creating that more like sustainable space and having the communication in the classroom. So that way you can have a mix of all three.
Mhm. I love how you tied all those things in because they all work best together, and having to balance them out will lead to successful online learning. So, thank you. Let's get into our resolution phase. So, what are some key takeaways? We are applying COI for effective online learning. So, I have one last Lido poll. Um, and let me get it started here. Which COI strategy do you think has the most immediate impact? See, got a mix of teaching, presence, and all of the above. Um, I like to say it is a balance, a combination of all of the above. Um, which highlights the importance of balance. So, structured discussions can increase engagement quickly, while clear instruction guidance provides direction, and reflection, inquiry based tasks may take longer to implement, but having a lasting impact on student learning. So, thank you for that. And now we are at an end. So, thank you. Thank you all for participating. Feel free to reach out with any questions, and see you the next time.